Okay, so Manjit, a brief 1 minute intro on these type of structures. I mean, what are the architecture? Like we see a lot of circular, cylindrical shapes around. So if you could help us just with that.
I'm not sure much about this, but what I've heard from a friend, these circular structures actually carry the remnants of ancient monks and priests, if you can say so, of Buddhism. And circular structure because, as far as I know, Buddha emphasized simplicity, and a circular structure is enough to denote a place of worship in Buddhism. That
Okay,
that is as far as I know.
right. And also maybe it signifies completeness to an extent,
Completeness and
symmetry.
maybe symmetrical. Maybe it's a perfect structure in Buddhism. So
Okay,
you have many circular structures in Buddhism, and
okay,
circular structures are enough. You don't find much decorative carvings. You don't find much sculptures on the walls of a Buddhist stupa.
hmm,
So over here, but if you can see, I find the stupas are much more decorative. You can see the temples, the statues are much more decorative.
right, right,
Temples or the stupas, if you can see, are much more decorative compared to other Buddhist structures.
right.
So I guess the feeling that this is the example of how Hinduism has influenced Buddhist architecture and how
Okay,
they have coexisted simultaneously
okay,
in the last 14 or 15 centuries.
okay. So, Manjit, the biggest question right now is ki since these architectures were prevailing from 6th century BC, did we lose our time somewhere? Did we lose the focus somewhere where we got somewhat isolated with these kind of structures? You see the cylindrical tomb over there. So, I mean,
I guess
did the
Hinduism.
Britishers do and something over here, or it's
No,
something much more?
Hinduism always had a different type of style. Hinduism was influenced by Gandhara architecture. It was influenced by Greco-Roman architecture. It was influenced by some part by architecture from other western parts of the country.
Okay,
But like Hinduism has been a dominant religion in India. So Buddhism actually flourished by the patronage of kings, the major kings. Those are present in India. And with the decline of the kings, or decline of the Buddhist kings and the Jain kings, Buddhism also started decline in India.
okay. So during the Mughal period, probably we might
Probably
have.
during the start of the Mughal period, we can see the end of the beginning of the decline of the Buddhism.
Okay,
And
great.
this area flourished around 6th century AD, and the decline started around 8th to 9th century AD and continued till 12th century AD. So in a way, you can see by 12th or 13th century, uh, Buddhism had become a minority religion, and the legacy of around 1000 or 1500 years
Right.
came to a decline
Right.
in India.
And specifically now, since we are in Odisha, I mean, does Odisha play a very significant part in the rise and sustenance of
Exactly,
Buddhism?
exactly. You can see so because many Odia kings were actually Buddhists. If you see Kharavela was a big Odisha king who presided at Khurda.
Hmm.
He was a Jain king, and there are also examples of many Buddhist kings who presided in Odisha. So they were majorly responsible in the rise of Buddhism in Odisha. Apart from them, you also have many Hindu kings. But as I said, from 12th century AD onwards, you have Langula Narasimhadeva and the Ganga dynasty, which rose in Odisha. And with the rise of Hindu kingdoms, there was a decline of the Buddhist kingdoms.
Right, right.
And simultaneously, it was followed by the rise of Muslim kingdoms in other parts of India.
Correct, correct.
So, in a way, from the eastern part of India and from other parts of India, you can see a complete decline of Buddhism.
Correct, correct. And also, I mean, Odisha would be very significant because this was here when King Ashoka, renounced his
Renounced violence
his
and he
vol
became from
right.
Chanda Ashoka to Dharmik Ashoka.
Dharmik Ashoka, right, in front of the river. Okay, guys, so this is where we are, and probably we will be keeping in touch with you and we'll be updating you with more stories of Indian culture and religion. And thank you so much. This is Swapnil Sahu signing off. Bye.